How you start your week sets the tone for everything that follows. If you begin with focus and intention, the rest of your days will follow with purpose. Every Monday is a new chance to reset your mindset and plan your success. The way you prepare at the start can either fuel your energy or drain your motivation. Consistency in how you begin each week builds the foundation for long-term growth. Small, deliberate actions on day one create momentum that lasts for days ahead. Today, we will talk about the best way to begin every week with strength and clarity. Starting your week with the right habits and mindset is the key to staying productive and motivated. This is about making a simple but powerful shift that will improve every part of your life. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment to get on track. If you're ready to transform your weeks and build lasting success, then let's dive in. Number 1. Plan your week ahead with clear and focused goals. Most people wake up on Monday morning already behind, not because they failed, but because they never truly began. They start the week blurry, unsure, overwhelmed. The alarm goes off, they roll out of bed, check their phones, and suddenly the world is throwing demands at them. Emails, notifications, obligations, everything feels urgent, but not everything is important. They react instead of lead. And when you live by reaction, you surrender control of your life. You drift. And the problem with drifting is you end up somewhere you never planned to be, not just in your week, eventually in your entire life. The truth is, every week you walk into is a fresh opportunity to build something that matters. But you've got to be the architect, not just the passenger. You've got to plan. You've got to see the week before it starts, or the week will consume you. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how talented, how ambitious. Without a clear plan, none of that gets put to good use. Clarity gives power, but clarity doesn't show up by accident. You've got to create it. Planning your week doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need 10 different apps or a complicated system. You just need to sit down, even for 20 quiet minutes, and think. Think about what really matters to you this week. What do you want to move forward? What do you need to take care of? What are the 3 or 4 outcomes that would make this a meaningful, productive week? Write them down. Don't keep it in your head. Thoughts are slippery. They get lost. But when you write them, they become real. You can see them. You can act on them. Planning gives you a place to return to when things get chaotic, because they will. Life always has a way of throwing surprises at us. But if you've taken the time to plan, you're not shaken. You adjust. You pivot. You keep your eyes on what matters. You stop letting little things hijack your day. You stop wasting your energy trying to figure out what to do next. You already know. That's the gift of planning. It frees you from indecision. And indecision is one of the biggest silent killers of momentum. You start your week by creating structure, not waiting for chaos. That structure gives you peace. It gives you control. It reminds you this is your week, your time, your energy. You get to decide where it goes. And when you make that decision up front, it's a lot easier to say no to distractions, to avoid the things that pull you off track. Planning makes you strong before you even start. Take time on Sunday evening or early Monday morning. Sit somewhere quiet. Use a notepad or a planner or even a blank sheet of paper. Start with a simple question. What does a successful week look like for me? Then go deeper. What are my biggest goals this week? What tasks will move those goals forward? What am I committed to finishing no matter what? Be honest. Don't write what sounds good, write what matters to you. Make it clear, make it focused, make it practical. Don't overload your week. More goals don't mean more success. Too many goals scatter your attention. Instead of doing 5 things halfway, choose 2 or 3 and do them fully. When you focus your goals, you multiply your results. You make progress that actually feels good, instead of staying busy and ending the week exhausted but unsure of what you accomplished. Also, make room in your plan for life. Not every moment needs to be filled. Leave space for rest. Leave space for people. Leave space for the unexpected. Good planning doesn't remove life's interruptions, it prepares you to handle them. When you know your main priorities, you can let go of the rest without guilt. You can protect your time. You can lead your week instead of chasing it. Look at your calendar and be honest. Where are your hours going? Are you scheduling what matters most? Or are you letting other people decide that for you? When your calendar doesn't match your values, you feel off. You feel like you're always running but never arriving. Fix that disconnect. Plan your week based on what matters, not what's loudest, not what's easiest, not what everyone else is doing. And remember, clarity isn't just about goals. It's also about energy. You need to plan your energy as well as your time. What tasks will take the most focus? Put those earlier in the day when your mind is sharp. What tasks drain you? Space them out or pair them with things that energize you. Don't just plan what to do, plan how to stay strong while doing it. Every Sunday evening, I would sit down and look at my week ahead. I didn't just ask what I wanted to get done, I asked who I wanted to become. What kind of person was I becoming through these goals? Was I being honest with myself? Was I growing or just staying busy? That kind of reflection gave me more than a to-do list, it gave me direction. That's what a real plan gives you. It's not about checking boxes. It's about choosing a path. You don't have to guess your way through life. You don't have to wake up every Monday and scramble to figure things out. Planning your week gives you something solid to stand on. It makes you feel prepared. It gives you confidence. You don't have to wait until you feel motivated. Your plan creates the momentum. It tells your mind and your body, we are moving forward. We are doing what matters. We are not wasting this week. And maybe you've struggled in the past to stick to your plan. That's all right. Start again. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every week you plan, you get better. You become more intentional. You build the muscle of clarity and purpose. And over time, that changes everything. Don't let another week start in confusion. Don't give away your time before you even decide what it's for. Start strong. Start clear. Make the decision to plan your week with purpose. Decide now who you want to be at the end of this week and build your days around that decision. Because the truth is, your future is not written later. It's written now. In what you choose to do with this week, this day, this moment, plan it like it matters. Because it does. Number 2, prioritize the most important tasks to tackle first. It's Monday morning. You sit down at your desk, ready to take on the day. You open your laptop, maybe glance at your phone, and before you even begin, you're already buried. Messages, notifications, people waiting on something from you, meetings popping up, your brain is pulled in 10 directions before you've done anything that truly matters. You feel productive because you're moving, clicking, replying, but at the end of the day, you can't remember doing anything that pushed your goals forward. You were busy, but busy isn't the same as effective. That's the trap most people fall into every week. The truth is, the modern world will always give you more to do than you have time for. Your job is not to do everything. Your job is to do what matters most. That's the difference between people who move in circles and those who actually move forward. The ones who make real progress don't get stuck in the noise. They focus on the signal. They don't treat every task equally. They make hard decisions about what gets their attention and when. That's called prioritization. It's not a skill you're born with, it's one you build. And it's what separates a powerful week from a wasted one. When you start your week, or even your day, you need to be clear on one thing. What are the few key tasks that will create the most value? Not what's most urgent, not what's easiest, but what's most important. The tasks that, if completed, would move your life, your work, your health, your relationships significantly forward. You don't want to spend your best hours answering emails that could wait or checking boxes that keep you looking busy. You want to take those early hours of energy and clarity and pour them into something that counts. You'll never have the time to do everything, but you always have time to do what matters most. It starts by identifying it. Take 10 minutes at the beginning of your week and ask yourself, what are the 3 biggest priorities this week? What tasks, if done right, would make the biggest difference in my progress? Write those down. Make them visible. Look at them every day. Keep them in front of you so your brain knows what to focus on. Now here's where people often go wrong. They make a long to-do list and then jump into the easiest or fastest item. It feels good to check something off. But that's just activity, it's not progress. You need to flip that habit. Always start with the task that matters most, even if it's the hardest. Even if it takes the longest. You don't want to end the day with a clean inbox and an unfinished dream. You want to end it knowing you made real progress. And prioritizing doesn't mean you ignore everything else. It means you put first things first. You don't let small tasks steal time from big goals. You don't let other people's agendas replace your own. You protect your highest priorities like they matter because they do. Your time is not infinite. Your energy is not unlimited. You need to invest them where they create results, not where they get applause. There will always be distractions. People will ask you for things. Problems will come up. But when you know what your top priorities are, you can stay centered. You don't panic. You don't lose the day. You pause and ask yourself, is this more important than the thing I plan to do? If not, you return to your priority. That single habit, returning to your priority, can change the course of your entire career. It teaches you to lead your time instead of following everyone else's demands. Sometimes the most important task isn't even urgent. That's what makes it tricky. It's easier to respond to what's loud, but what really moves you forward often starts quiet. A long-term project, a business idea, a conversation you've been putting off, a difficult decision. These things don't scream for your attention, but they're the ones that shape your future. Prioritization is about giving those things space before the noise takes over. You'll find that when you tackle your most important task first, the rest of your day feels lighter. You're not dragging the weight of unfinished work behind you. You're not mentally drained from juggling a dozen small things. You feel accomplished. You feel in control. That feeling builds confidence, and that confidence creates momentum. One important task a day that's enough to change your life over time, but it only happens if you choose it first. And don't just prioritize once. Do it every day. Every morning, look at your plan. Ask yourself again, what matters most today? What task will move me forward the most? Choose it. Start with it. Give it your best time. If you can, work on it before you check your messages or open your inbox. Protect those first couple of hours. They're the clearest part of your mind. Use them on something that matters. You don't need more hours in a day. You need better decisions about the hours you already have. That's what prioritizing is. It's the discipline to choose what matters, even when other things are easier. It's the courage to say no, even when people expect a yes. It's the wisdom to slow down and think before you start doing, because activity without direction is a waste. And direction without action is just a dream. And remember, what's important isn't always comfortable. Sometimes your highest priority is the thing you're avoiding. The phone call, the hard conversation, the deep work that requires your full focus. But growth never happens in comfort. Prioritizing the hard stuff trains you to do what's necessary, not just what's pleasant. That's how you grow. That's how you build something real. Make it a habit. Build your week around your highest priorities, not around what's easy, not around what's urgent, around what matters. Don't let other people's chaos become your compass. You have to know where you're going, and you have to choose your direction daily. That's the power of priorities. They pull you forward even when the rest of the world is pushing you sideways. When you focus on what's important, your actions start to align with your goals. Your time becomes a tool, not a trap. And your week, your precious week, becomes a step forward, not just a blur of busy days. That's what success is built on. Not luck, not talent, but the repeated decision to do what matters first. Every single day. Number 3, visualize success and set a positive mindset daily. Every morning you wake up, your mind becomes the stage where your day is either made or broken. Too many people start their week already weighed down by doubts, worries, or the stress of what might go wrong. The truth is, your mindset is the single most powerful tool you have to shape your results. If you wake up thinking about obstacles, problems, or failures, that's exactly what you'll attract. If you begin your week with a mindset filled with fear or hesitation, your actions will mirror that, slowing you down and stealing your energy before you even begin. But if you set a positive, focused mindset, if you imagine success clearly, you create a mental environment where success can grow. That mental environment determines everything you do. Visualizing success isn't about wishful thinking or blind optimism. It's about using your mind to prepare your body and spirit for what lies ahead. It's about mentally rehearsing your victories before they happen. When you see yourself succeeding, your brain gets ready to take the actions necessary to make that vision real. This practice turns your intentions into concrete plans. It moves you from daydreaming to decisive doing. And most importantly, it fuels your belief that success is possible, which is the foundation of any achievement. Consider this reality: people who take the time to imagine a successful outcome feel more confident. They make better decisions.